Hello everyone, welcome back to my another video. So in this video I would like to inform you another thing in phonology. So in phonology there is a rule of the voice, or I mean for the speak. The rule is assimilation, and of course there is another. The rule is assimilation. Oh, I remember, the another rule is insertion. First of all, assimilation. Did you know what is assimilation? Assimilation is when two segments, the consonant or the vowel, when two segments occur in sequence and some aspect of one segment is taken or copied by the other. Based on Oxford Dictionary, assimilation is making a sound more like another in same word or next word. Okay, now I would like to tell about the manners of assimilation. There are three manners in assimilation. The first is progressive, the second is regressive, and the last or the third is coalescent. The first, progressive. It occurs when the features of a phoneme are modified by the features of the phoneme before it. So the features of phoneme, or just the target, is modified by another segment in a phoneme. For example, bags. Bags is ended and we use s now as sound, but the s is modified because to make it compatible with g, with g, with back, you know what I mean, back, with the g sound. So the s sound become z. So many people say bags, more like z, bags. And the second is regressive assimilation. Regressive assimilation is when the features modified by those of the phoneme following it. For example, thing. Yes, the thing before k, before the k, before the k, before word letter key is using nasal or the symbol, right? The nasal. And the third is coalescent. Coalescent is when there is a fusion. It just like merge some segments in some phoneme. For example, television. So if you try to separate it, televised plus ion. So many people just say in a z, and it should be spoken television, not television. But many people use television. And next is forms of assimilation. I think that those are two forms of assimilation. Correct if I'm wrong. The first is full assimilation. For example, the word horseshoe. The s sound of horse might be assimilated to the following sh in sound of shoe. And so we can speak like we can pronounce it like horseshoe. Just merge the s and sh, but dominant with sh of sound from the shoe. Another example is that place. Many people pronounce it not that place, but how to make it easier than that place, just like their place. So the t is modified by p. So they pronounce they place. And the second is partial assimilation. Partial assimilation involves just one feature of a segment. It is similar but not identical, just like 10 bikes. Many people pronounce 10 bikes. It's similar because M and B use your lips. Because M and B is same using your lips, up lips and downside lip. But that's not identical because the symbol is not. Now then the next is about types of assimilation. The types of assimilations is the first is assimilation of place, and assimilation of place as some subtypes, just like alveolar stops assimilation, and the second is alveolar fricative, and the third is alveolar syllabic nasal, and the second is assimilation of manner. For example, that side, but it is like the form of partial. So the sound from that is modified by s in of word side. So many people pronounce they said, more like just like they place. And the third is assimilation of voice. The example is just like progressive, of course, just same with the assimilation of manner, right? For example, in morpheme boundaries, dogs, the s become s, just like bags become bags, and dogs become dogs. And in word boundaries example, we have to, the consonant of the v sound have become f, become have, not have but become f, have. When have to, many people pronounce that using f, not of, because it is easier using f than v. So for example, have to become have to, it's easier. And the second rule of phonology is insertion. Insertion is a process inserting a consonant or vowel in some words. In insertion, there are two types of insertion. The first is prothesis. For example, Snoopy become as Snoopy. So the Snoopy before the word s is inserted by a. Usually people use a. Snoopy become as Snoopy. And the second types of insertion is epenthesis. Epenthesis, for example, we insert some vowel, usually frequently vowel inserted inside the word, not at the beginning but at the inside, in the middle. For example, film, usually people pronounce film. They added a sound after lateral between lateral and m. Another example is glass. People usually added is, and of course the s is modified is and give a sound. So glass become glasses. And those formers refer to the insertion of a segment at the beginning of word or inside of a word. So I think that's all that I can inform you about the rules of phonology. Before this video, you can try to understand when I was informing you about in phonology about intonation, word stress, and sentence stress. You can check it in my video before my latest video. This is the latest video, but I don't care. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much for watching.